If someone offered you $10,000, but if you take it, a random person on Earth dies, would you take the $10,000? 46% said yes. Bro, a random person dies every 7 seconds. Hell yeah, I'm taking the money. Nah, that's evil as hell. I'm gonna need at least 50K.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This week's episode of the One More Time show brought to you by Kickstart by Mountain Dew. Shout out to our sponsor over there, Bobby D. Sending the cases of the Black Cherry. We're big fans. It really gets us going in the morning. A great, delicious, low-calorie, caffeinated beverage that everyone can enjoy.
At what point did you switch from coffee to Kickstarts? Did you ever, were you a coffee guy?
I go back and forth. I'm on the yerba mates now as well. Sorry, Bobby D. This might be a conflict of interest, but yeah, I kind of go back and forth. Coffee, Kickstarts, yerba mates. Caffeine finds a way, one way or the other.
I'm at the point, I think, where I want to dive into my coffee addiction. Take it seriously. Order the French press. And all the different kinds of beans and grind my own beans and shit. I'm just sick of the same fucking K cups, the Keurigs that I have. I just have the one kind.
I say go for it.
I'm sick of it. So
there's way worse addictions, I think.
I need some variety in my life, and the addiction's not going anywhere. So, I might as well just embrace it.
Be the coffee snob you were born to be, move to Seattle or whatever, and just let it happen.
Absolutely. So, Henry, what's been going on this week?
I have a deep philosophical question that's been on my mind this week, really heavy. And
Talk to me.
I wanted to settle this once and for all. Hopefully,
this is the place to do it.
Right. Hopefully your help and hopefully the listeners can help us out as well. If I were to say, that's a dub, what does that mean to you? Let's start there.
Oh, God.
Let's start there.
This is the biggest can of worms you've ever opened up to start an episode of the One More Time show.
The age-old dub combo.
It's context, man.
It's context, right? Because it can be a W and it can mean an L. What does it really mean, though? So, how do you know?
I am in favor of us getting together as a society and just picking one lane, right? Does dub mean that's an L?
That's a dub.
Or does dub mean, is that short for W?
Right.
Win.
Right.
I'm all in favor of us getting together and settling this, but to this point, the people are divided. We've been
caught in, or at least I've been caught in some situations where someone says it and I couldn't really pick up on the context clues and I couldn't figure out what they were saying.
Got super awkward.
And it's polarizing. You really don't know what they mean. They either mean this or the complete opposite.
So give me some examples of when it obviously means W win.
I think the W is the gaming community for sure. You go on Twitch, you watch anyone playing games on Twitch or
dub.
Anything, that caught the dub. You know what I mean? That's a big dub. Big dubs in the chat. Right?
Big dubs.
Big dubs in the chat. That's a W for sure. But when the context is more we went to the party, it was a dub. That's an L.
God dang.
Right? Do you see the scenario?
Yeah, I also think that if you say dub that means lose that.
Kill that.
Kill that,
yes.
Scrap that, get rid of it.
Dub it.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dub, big dub.
And then dub also means 20. What the fuck are we doing?
We're not even going to unpack that.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys can give some clarity in the comments. What does dub mean to you?
Please, we literally need to know this. It's actually a debate amongst us way too frequently. So please help us settle this once and for all.
Indeed. So I was giving you shit. Hella shit.
For what?
And we're bringing this back up because this man said that the single off of the new Suicide Boys and Germ project was not hot fire.
Okay. First of all, you asked me about it after I'd listened to it one time, and I think I was in a shitty mood because I did call you before we even knew we were going to talk about this. Mm-hmm. I did call you.
Okay.
And I said, actually, yo, I listened to it some more times, shit rides.
I don't know. Can we let him back in our good graces? And we're talking about,
it sounds like such cap now that I'm saying it out loud.
It does for sure. We're talking about my Swisher Sweet, my Sig Sour off of Dirtiest, Nastiest Suicide. That shit is amazing. All three of them snapped. The hook is essentially just a crazy EDM, lead synth kind of sound that's super unique. I mean, the production is phenomenal. That's just classic Suicide Boys and Germ, man, right there. That shit is undeniable to me.
And you have to at least give me credit for my fascination with the Suicide Boys when it comes to the music industry.
For sure.
They've done something remarkable.
If you're an independent artist, they should be your model for success.
The gold standard of independence, right? Because they have built such a fucking cult following of diehard fans that time in and time out, like they put them at the top of the charts. I mean, literally, I think they had like, 10 billion straight. I don't know what their Spotify rap statistics were just unreal. The ratio between monthly listeners.
That's what was so cool. Shout out to Kyle, their manager, who posted the Wrapped and brought up the ratio of streams to listeners. It was massive. And I even messaged him. I was like, yo, I wonder if it is like the biggest ratio. These people are playing these songs multiple times over and over. If you're a Boys fan, you listen to the Boys.
They're next to the likes of Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Drake, Bad Bunny type shit, right?
Yes.
And it's beautiful, man. I mean, they're selling out amphitheaters and like borderline arenas at this point, right? I mean, it's unbelievable what they've done. Their touring statistics were equally as impressive, right? Like their streams are incredible, but then some people are streaming artists, some people are, touring artists. They figured it out with both, bro. It's fucking nuts.
They turned like anti-mainstream into mainstream somehow. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's one of those things where like when you just look at the sheer volume of fans and listeners, you almost have to call them pop.
Yeah.
Because pop by definition is popular music. And I mean, if their statistics don't scream popular, I don't fucking know what does, right? I mean, it's unbelievable, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to, their team, I guess. I mean, the music, clearly people like it, they resonate with it. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, so. I caught the show in LA at the Forum where like the Lakers used to play. Just massive fucking arena, and it's shit sold the fuck out. Like unbelievable, man.
I think what's crazy is that even if you ask people in hip hop and music, they have no idea who they are.
For sure. Industry people don't even know.
No clue.
It's wild.
It's sad, kind of, but
it just goes to show too, like you can play the game where you want to get as many fans as possible, or you can get deep with fans. That's a whole other arc that people don't talk about. Yeah, everyone could like you, or you could just get this group of people to love you, and you could be just as successful or more successful.
Absolutely. So what else has been going on?
Well, you kind of flamed me for a topic that I brought up earlier in the week about crypto billionaires mysteriously dying.
Oh, God, yeah. We did talk about this off camera. So for those that aren't familiar with the situation, break it down for them. What's been happening with these crypto billionaires?
So there's 3 of them within a matter of weeks mysteriously passing away, all billionaires, all pivotal people in the crypto space, all involved in major projects in one way or the other. And one, I think, like mysteriously died in his sleep. One died in like a freak helicopter accident. And the third guy tweeted that the CIA was after him and was going to like kill him and torture him. And then his body washed up on shore like hours later.
Okay, let me ask you this for our audience here. Are you typically a conspiracy theorist?
No, I'm typically one to flame. Here's my thing with conspiracy theories. Okay. Most of them are bullshit. And therefore, I don't give my time to them. 95% of them are ridiculous. There's so many of them, though, that some of them are true. So if you want to take the time and dive in and figure out like which ones might be true and which aren't, cool, that's good for you. But most of the time, it just seems like a waste of your life. You know what I mean? Chasing like a invisible dragon kind of thing.
So for the subreddit people out there, what is the subreddit saying? Like, are you hypothesizing that the intelligence agencies of the United States of America are targeting cryptocurrency, I guess, leaders and killing them? Like that's what the theory is. Is that an accurate summary?
That's, I think, the most probable version of this conspiracy theory, because the whole idea behind cryptocurrency is it replaces the currency that we, physical money that we have now, which is a threat to governments. And we all know, don't piss off governments. Governments are the ultimate gangsters. You know what I mean? Like those are the guys you don't want to mess with. And crypto, I think, there's a reason the guy that started Bitcoin is still anonymous. I think he knew that this was going to be an issue.
Yeah, I guess my thing with it is that if pop culture and like media and entertainment has done at all an okay representation of how fucked up and dangerous the government agencies are, part of me kind of wants to like buy it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm like, it makes sense. Like,
it does.
Logically speaking, the things that they stand for are so contradictory to the fundamentals of the big banks, the, you know, American, you know, dollar, US dollar, right? I mean, it's, I don't know, man.
It's a wild one. Could they all have been, you know, weird accidents at weird times? Yes. But this is, I don't know. This is one I'm going to be watching for a little bit. I'm going to be monitoring the status of this one.
For those of you that have tapped in, drop a comment. Let us know. Do you think that this conspiracy theory...
Was it a setup?
...holds any weight, stands on its 2 feet? Give us your opinion.
I don't have that sound effect anymore, but the Twilight Zone one would have been perfect right here.
Yeah, that one took a dub.
But I don't know what that means.
Moving on. What's the next topic on the agenda, Henry?
I saw a post, and I have to read you some of the comments on this post. It's unbelievable.
Start with the comments first.
I don't think that makes sense. But MrBeast, someone, you know, who's at the top of the game on YouTube. We've studied just on his sheer success on YouTube. The guy knows how to make a successful video.
He does.
Tweeted, let me find the exact tweet here. Just, I don't want to misrepresent him. He said, if someone offered you $10,000, but if you take it, a random person on earth dies, would you take the $10,000? And he did a Twitter poll. 46% said yes.
Wow.
And that's how many votes? Like super
How many
alarming.
votes? How many votes?
Over 1 million votes. 1.2 million votes. Because when I first read it, I'm like, no, like immediately. I'm thinking, you know, it's a human life. That's insane. Why would you do that? And I just did not expect that number to be that high.
People are down bad, bro.
Seriously,
10K is life-changing to some people.
And
to the point where I guess they might take another life. Give us some of the comments.
It could be a newborn baby. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be a family member. It could be a best friend. It could be anybody, man. But some of these comments, really make me concerned for society. Here's a comment with 15,500 likes. Bro, a random person dies every 7 seconds. Hell yeah, I'm taking the money.
Wow.
Nah, that's evil as hell. I'm gonna need at least 50K.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is fucking incredible.
And then some of the funny ones too, like, oh man, MrBeast's next video about to be crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then of course there are some people that are like, you know, that's a human life. That's crazy.
So let me ask you this. What do you think at all prompted this tweet?
That's unlike him, right?
Yeah. I mean, for those that are clearly familiar with MrBeast, he seems like a very wholesome, family-friendly, borderline kids channel. Oh, right?
His videos are made for, you know,
13-year-olds.
Yeah, I think 13 to 15 is a good range.
Yeah. So
I enjoy them though.
Me too.
I enjoy them, MrBeast.
Me too. But
we'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah. What do you think was going through his head, man?
I can't even imagine what that would mean. You know, some kind of market research.
For what?
All the guy does is make YouTube videos. He said his one purpose in life is to make the best videos possible. So it has to be related to that somehow, right?
I mean, I hope not.
Me too.
Because, I mean, for everything that I know about his videos, like he does claim that he takes a very like real life, like non-scripted approach to all of his content. Whether or not that's cap, let the comments, you know, on this video and others decide that. But I mean, I surely hope not.
Yeah.
That this is not for a video. I mean,
maybe it's something where someone asks, get someone to ask a random person. And if they say no, they get the 10,000. I could see him doing some shit like that. You know how he likes to give away money.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Since you didn't kill someone, I'll give you $1 million.
Yeah. That'd be some MrBeast shit right there for sure.
Yo, that's, oh my God. That's interesting.
It's an interesting topic for sure.
Yeah. So what else?
So I saw a video of T.I. talking about how he, just admitting straight up, basically, how he had gun charges and his cousin had died, and his lawyer told him if you blame your dead cousin, essentially, snitch on your dead cousin, the charges would disappear. And he fully just like admitted to doing that. Well,
but walk me through this. When was this?
The video just surfaced recently. I think it was back in the day, though, when it actually happened. He just
So is this like a statute of limitations scenario? Like, how is this even?
Yeah, how's he allowed to talk about
Yeah, I'm like, I'm confused, to be honest, right? I'm like, he's not, he's got sound legal counsel that would typically prevent him from opening his fucking mouth when it comes to this sort of stuff, right?
I think he literally said, I'm just being honest in the video, too.
I'm just being honest. I snitched on my cousin who was dead, and I blame the guns on him.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the point would be that depending on the relationship that you have with your cousin, right, had rest in peace to his cousin.
Indeed.
That he had with his cousin. I guess I'm not tapped into the street code, bro. This is a tough question for me. But if I were to guess, there might be some sort of like understood arrangement where like, hey, if I'm gone and you're about to catch some case,
you're gone.
Feel free to
why not
throw it on over.
Apparently, it's happened a lot. I think it's not the first time something like that has happened, and the general consensus, I think, is that it's okay.
Yo, how unstreet do we sound right now, by the way? This is amazing.
We're in a garage in the suburbs, so we're just speculating for sure.
Yo.
Throw some hate down in the comments.
Yeah.
We like those just as much as the praise.
Yeah.
No worries.
That's amazing. I'm like listening to us talk about this, like, these guys don't know the first thing about street code.
Well, when I caught my gun charge...
so when I was in the feds... here's what I suggested that we did. Yeah. Damn.
All right. I want to wrap this up with one last little topic here. Roddy Ricch back on the One More Time show once again.
Bro, this is the most anyone's talked about Roddy Ricch back to back for sure.
We're clearly fans. New lawsuit against him.
For showing the contract?
No. Although like he could catch flag for
I'm
that.
so confused as to if that was legal, but continue.
For the box, his smash hit song.
The one
for him. Absolutely. Basically, like it's a little string part.
It was already a song.
It was a song. It was a sample, essentially.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And well, I think they might have denied that it was a sample, but if I'm going to play you the two, and you can tell me what you think, because I do think they sampled it, but they pitched it down maybe a little bit. So here's the beginning of the box. So not the eater. So that string section.
So that's the origin, or that's the box by Roddy Ricch, right?
That's
intro?
the box.
Okay, cool.
And this is Greg Perry. Come on down. Get your head out of the something.
I mean,
it's just that first part.
I mean,
get your head out of the clouds.
That's tough, man.
It is kind of, but it just goes back to the whole debate of like, what are you allowed to use? How much is changing something enough? Isn't everything already kind of recycled to some degree?
How many chord progressions are there? How many instruments are there?
There's a finite number. You know what I mean?
There's so many fucking songs. I mean, at this point, let's just do the math on like in today's climate. What is it? 100,000 songs are uploaded every day. I don't know. So the number keeps fucking growing, right?
That's the latest one I heard.
It's like 100,000 songs a day.
Yes.
The odds that one of those songs in like a given year, right? Like what's 365 times 100,000? A fuck ton.
Yeah.
Right? Millions, right?
Has a unique chord progression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are the odds?
No shot.
No chance.
I feel like there's none.
Let's give Roddy the benefit of the doubt, man. We were flaming him last week.
Team Roddy, man.
Team Roddy.
Fuck Greg Perry.
Fuck Greg Perry. Go Roddy Ricch.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Bobby D.
This is a long sample right here. God damn. I never really played that out all the way. Shout out to Bobby D. We love you over there. Kickstart. Keep sending us the packs. Keep cutting the checks. And until next time, this has been the One More Time Show.
As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. We've never actually asked for this, but we do have a support the podcast link in our solo link tree. If you guys feel generous, want to donate, we're not making any money off this right now.
Buy us a coffee or a Kickstart. Sorry, Bobby.
Yes. Yeah. Until next week, what are you doing?
Getting out of here.
We're getting out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Pop that shit like one more time. And pop that one more time. Pop that shit like